Adaptive. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Adaptive. Adaptive. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Use adaptive to describe people who are flexible, they don't lose their cool, when plans change quickly, and they are always willing to learn new ways to do things. 2. Adaptive means having the ability, or tendency to adapt to different situations. 3. Concerned with changing, able to change when necessary, in order to deal with different situations. 4. Having an ability to change to suit changing conditions. 5. Able to adjust to the conditions of a particular environment. Examples. 1. A plant physiologist, she observes the capacity of plants for adaptive behavior. 2. The vehicle's radar system includes collision warning and adaptive cruise control. 3. These governments do not possess the adaptive capacity to endure such changes. 4. There is one feature of this anomalous arrangement that might have adaptive value. 5. He dealt with every manner of adversity with calm, adaptive acceptance. 6. In the jargon of space exploration, the Mars 3 mission was pre-programmed, not adaptive. 7. It also offers an adaptive front light, and more choices for font size and boldness. 8. It was Thomas's TEDx talk that inspired her to look into the adaptive clothing market. 9. Exceptions to this rule, as exemplified by the cats, are due to special adaptive causes. 10. A key feature of adaptive information systems is the notion of cognitive ergonomics. 11. The brain is immensely adaptive, and will figure out a way through this phase. 12. It's the kind of adaptive, delightful decision he spent a long career making. Addictive. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Addictive. Addictive. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. If a substance, especially a drug, is addictive, your body starts to need it regularly, and you are unable to stop taking it. 2. An activity that is addictive is so enjoyable that you do not want to stop. 3. If a drug is addictive, people who take it cannot stop taking it. 4. Something that is addictive is so enjoyable that it makes you want to do it or have it a lot. 5. If someone has an addictive personality, they easily become addicted to something. Examples. 1. It started as a hobby, but it got so addictive I had to keep on doing it. 2. Humphrey claims that the tobacco industry had evidence that cigarettes were addictive. 3. What happens to children brought up in families in which there is an addictive disease? 4. It can be addictive, for power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. 5. Try not to rely on Valium, it's highly addictive, and will cause more problems in the long run. 6. This is a superb program, highly addictive, beautifully created and often fast and furious. 7. This clever ladders and platforms game is highly addictive, yet simple to get the hang of. 8. The graphics were crude, but even so, the game was fun and incredibly addictive. 9. Some sites find the fame addictive, and seek greater and greater celebrity. 10. It's a narcotic, honey. It's very addictive. You don't want to get dependent on it, he warned. 11. Our research focuses on rewarding foods, addictive behaviors and obesity. 12. The nicotine is highly addictive, but it is not considered as harmful as lethal tobacco. Administrative. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Administrative. Administrative. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Relating to the work of managing a company, or organization. 2. Administrative work involves organizing, and supervising an organization or institution. 3. Relating to the arrangements, and work that is needed to control the operation of a plan or organization. Examples. 1. The new study looks at the amount of time police officers spend on administrative tasks. 2. The auditors recommended that the state take administrative action against the school. 3. We will provide financial and administrative support to member companies. 4. We have a staff of 26,000, some of whom are important administrative, and some are not. 5. Other industries have had to sack managers, to reduce administrative costs. 6. Student and alumni protesters had set up camp, around the central administrative building. 7. I had worked for many years as an administrative assistant, and an executive assistant. 8. The town hall and the parochial offices are, the principal administrative buildings. 9. St. Ambrose and St. Paulinus had, even held high administrative and judicial offices. 10. In administrative court, the charge would be read by the presiding magistrate. 11. We now had 5 attorneys, an investigator, and 3 administrative staff members. 12. Doha recognized her as someone, who also worked in the administrative offices. Adoptive. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Adoptive. Adoptive. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. An adoptive parent is one who has adopted a child. 2. Someone's adoptive family is, the family that adopted them. 3. Someone's adoptive country, or city is the one that they choose for their home, although they were not born there. 4. An adoptive parent is one who has adopted a child. Examples. 1. What risk will prospective adoptive parents be willing to take if every child is tested? 2. At adoptive placement, this latter child had been in institutional care for 28 months. 3. Note that age at testing was the sum of age at adoption and time in the adoptive home. 4. Would my birth mother have been as good a mother as my adoptive one? 5. He acquired his love of horses and dogs from his adoptive mother, who adored animals. 6. She was left thinking how hard was driving himself, for the sake of his adoptive family. 7. Neither of the adoptive parents, in these cases, felt threatened by the contacts. 8. I believe a great deal of advice is available to adoptive parents these days. 9. Yet every once in a while, Moss was reminded that her adoptive parents came from money. 10. I needed discipline, but my adoptive father, Herbert Dean, hated to see me crying. 11. That was the first and last time I visited with a friend until I went to my adoptive family. 12. But the adoptive parents' advantages had little bearing on the child's school performance. Alternative. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Alternative. Alternative. It is an adjective and noun. Adjective meaning. 1. An alternative idea, plan, etc., is different from the one you have, and can be used instead. 2. Deliberately different from what is usual, expected, or traditional. 3. An alternative plan, or offer is from the one that you already have, and can be done or used instead. 4. Alternative medicine uses traditional ways of curing people, such as medicines made from plants, massage, and acupuncture. 5. Alternative energy uses natural sources of energy, such as the sun, wind, or water for power and fuel, rather than oil, coal, or nuclear power. Noun meaning. 1. One of a number of things from which, only one can be chosen. 2. Something you can choose to do, or use instead of something else. Adjective examples. 1. San Francisco has a long history of accepting the city's many alternative lifestyles. 2. Alternative medicine can cure many problems, but not diseases like cancer. 3. Clinical ecology is one of the more controversial forms of alternative medicine. 4. Tony Smith claims that the purpose of our newsletter is to support alternative medicine. 5. The opposition parties have so far failed to set out an alternative strategy. 6. Doctors these days tend to be more open-minded about alternative medicine. 7. High vehicles must take an alternative route, because of low clearance under the bridge. 8. Even with space and equipment limitations, there are alternative ways to organize a room. Noun examples. 1. The district court believed that it had no alternative to imposing a tax increase. 2. Carob is sometimes used in sweet foods, as a healthier alternative to chocolate. 3. He says he doesn't want to see a doctor, but I'm afraid he has no alternative. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Meanings and examples are available in video description.